What we do here is go back, 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 back.
What up? Top of the afternoon, up against the odds, you know what it is. We 1 week basically from the Super Bowl, that big game, you know, that main event, you hear me? Everybody will be tuning in, I know I will, but I ain't making predictions yet. Like I said, that'll be like Friday or so. You know, wait till it get a little closer. Let the momentum, let it all build up, you feel me? Plus more research to do. But anyway, how y'all doing? Hope you're doing very well on this afternoon, this good old Saturday. I know I am. Had a good sleep. Lovely sleep. You with me? I'm feeling good. Going to work today. Might go out, maybe not. It doesn't really matter as long as I'm getting this paper. You hear me? And I'm doing this right here. That's the only thing that really matters. You feel me? So let's get to it. Let's talk about the Jags and the Patriots. So I picked the Patriots, of course. I picked the Patriots to win a close one, and it was. I said they'd win by a field goal, which basically like 3 points. But they won by 4 points. I wasn't that off at all, was I? Nope, not at all. They actually won by a touchdown, which gave them 4-point lead. Cool. Either way, they got the victory. All in all, what ends well is well. You feel me? So they got the W. But here's how it happened. So they had the lead, the momentum in the first half. See, but with they first, like how they messed up is when they took a knee at the end of the half. Started playing it aggressive and playing it like, you know, the game was still tied. They tried to protect the lead by taking a knee. That's where they messed up first. Then they came in the second half, still playing that way, playing very conservative, playing like a team that hasn't been there, that doesn't know anything can happen in these games. And honestly, they should have known. If they watched the tape from the Super Bowl the year before when the Patriots beat the Falcons, you know no lead is safe from New England, especially in New England. And the key point to get to, the points to get to really beat New England is pretty much 24 or a little bit more. Unless you, and they had it, at New England 24, because they have an outstanding defense. But they started playing zone instead of playing press man, which when I saw Gronk get injured, I'm like, dang. I'm like, that's crazy, man. This about to be a tough one. And then it hit me. You know what? This might actually work out for the Patriots. Because I felt that the Jags would ease up. What they do? Ease up. Like, that was the dumbest rookie mistake right there. They never been to the playoffs. Well, you know, in recent history, like 3-5 years, whatever, they haven't been to the playoffs. So rookie mistakes. You don't take your foot off the gas when you beat the Patriots at New England. You press even harder until it says 60 minutes, man. So the 60 minutes over, you go hard. But they did not. They played conservative on both sides of the ball, on defense and offense. Now, they got that turnover, and that was a very, good heads-up play. And that was showing the aggression and showing the mentality like, we got to win this. Like, don't get comfortable. Now, that was a good play. But what happened to the rest of the team? The play calling was sort of conservative. And honestly, they still had a chance to win if Blake Bortles would have threw that last pass correctly. If he would have led the receiver on that corner route, that would have been not a touchdown, but that would have been within the 10-yard line. But he threw it slightly behind him. Like, he didn't lead him. If it was put it like this, if it was Aaron Rodgers, that thing would have been on the money. We wouldn't be having this discussion, and I would have had my prediction wrong. Unless Brady would have went down and like scored a touchdown, but I don't know about all that. I don't know. Maybe though. Not taking it. No, I don't know, because it's Brady and it's Belichick, so I don't know. Maybe. But that ball wasn't placed. It wasn't placed where it's supposed to be. Like, Gilmore jumped up and smacked it, but if it was led, it went over Gilmore, barely hitting the receiver's hand for the most part, right where it needs to be. Tuck it, 2 feet tap, there you go, completion. And you could either kick the field goal or score the touchdown. If they would score the touchdown, they probably would have won the game. I mean, they probably would have won the game scoring the touchdown. I'm just saying. But luckily, it didn't happen. And also I knew that it played a role because they're new. They haven't been there. So I figured that might play a role right there. And I said Bortles will play well, but just probably not well enough, which he didn't play well enough because he made a couple passes that should have been completed. And the receivers dropped a couple passes. You know, when tensions get high, palms get sweaty, you get nervous and you don't show up. And that's what happened to some of those receivers. Bortles just missed some throws. I don't believe he really got nervous. He just missed some throws. He was getting pressured, so he felt it a little bit. The pressure, had to get it off, so he felt the pressure a little bit. So maybe a little nervous, but for the most part, he played well. Just missed a couple throws, but it wasn't like he was bad, Blake. Like, oh, he sucked. Nah, it wasn't all that. He played a good game. It's just he missed a couple key throws, which I thought he would in this big game. And the Patriots finally started sending pressure by time because at first they were just sitting there full and it wasn't getting there. And then they started sending corner blitzes and stuff like that. And then Hurson started getting the rush, bull rushing. That's what you all needed. That's what you needed, and that's what got the job done. And Brady did what Brady do, and Amendola stepped up because he even caught a pass where Brady threw behind him and he snatched it out the air. Give me that. He basically saved the game. And when that touchdown in the back of the end zone, when he grabbed it, toe tapped and looked at his feet tap, you hit me. Monster game by Amendola, especially with Gronk out. Monster game. And the fact that they ran the ball 3 times to end the game, and they thought they was going to run up the middle like you usually do in the I formation, but they took it to the outside and got the first down, and he stayed in. White stayed in. I believe that was White, if I'm not, but if it was the other one, 33, I know it was him. That's not White, is it? Whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. 33 kept the ball in, and he stayed in bounds to keep the clock rolling, which was heck of smart, which was really smart. So they did everything they needed to do to win. And I honestly prayed. I ain't even gonna hold you. I prayed. I'm like, come on, Lord. Come on. I'm like, come on, man. Couldn't go 0-2 again. That ain't me. That ain't my demeanor. That ain't the brand, baby. You know I win. You feel me? I put in this work. You gotta show me something. And he did. He pulled it through. He allowed Belichick and Brady and the team to pull it through. That's what I needed. But on to the other game. Eagles and Jags. Eagles and Vikings. Did not work out. But it's all good. I ain't know, like, Case ain't play. He ain't play horrible. But he did what I said he'd do. Didn't I say he'd give you at least like 1 or 2 interceptions or turnovers? He did it. He actually gave us 3. And I guess 3 the key number, but they've been getting blown out before then. They went down, had a fantastic first drive, came back, throws an interception. And that was a bonehead interception, by the way. Bonehead interception. And I knew the crowd would play a big role because, like I said, the Eagles and the Raiders fans, crazy, bruh. Crazy. So I knew they'd play a role. I knew they'd be hyped up. They was underdogs once again. So I knew that was going to play a part. The dog mask coming out. You hear me? Underdogs for life. We don't care. That's alright. That type of mentality. I knew it was going to play a part. So, it is what it is. The Eagles spanked the Vikings. I was definitely wrong. Don't tell me. Y'all ain't telling me y'all saw that spanking coming, though. Y'all thought it was going to be at least a close game or more competitive game than that. You ain't tell me that it was going to be a 38-7. Nope. If you say you did, you 1 in a million, and most likely you're probably lying. You probably ain't even 1 in a million. You're probably lying. And if it's somebody out there, then yeah, you're 1 in a million. But most of y'all probably lying. So much, I predicted it was going to be a spanking. Even the Eagles fan, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Stop lying, shorty. No, you didn't. You didn't think it was going to be that much. But it is what it is. It happened. the Vikings defense definitely didn't show up. They didn't even send any pressure. Like, they just wanted their front four to get there. And there we go again with this concept. Just thinking your front four is going to get there without blitzing. You're not Jaguars. Didn't I tell you all that statistically the Vikings were ranked #1 defense? But really, eye test tells you and shows you that it's the Jags. And that's why. Your front four wasn't getting there. You have to switch it up. I thought they'd make halftime adjustments. They didn't. They just sat there being complacent. Yeah, our guys could put it through. No. Clearly, no. You guys didn't. You should have sent some blitzes, put a little pressure on Foles, apply more pressure, and see if he break. And if he don't break, then you accept it. You shake that man's hand, say good game. But you don't play like that on defense. Just sit back there and let him throw the ball everywhere without changing it up. You crazy? In Philadelphia? Lincoln Field? You crazy? You must be, because you took that L. That's right, boy. And my prediction was wrong because of y'all suckers. I mean, god dang, man. But Case went back to playing like a backup quarterback. And a fumble wasn't his fault. That was a bad play call, having a protection slide from the right in the backfield, then go to the left and try to hit a pass rusher that's pretty much speed rushing. You can't do that. He's going to miss every time, which he did, and which caused the fumble. And they was driving. If that fumble wouldn't happen, they was driving. They was in field goal range. They probably would have scored a touchdown. They probably would have scored a touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. And that would have brought the momentum back to Minnesota. And it would have been a tight game, and Minnesota had a chance to win. But they didn't. They did that dumb play, slide the protection from the right to the left. Boom. Strip sack fumble. Eagles recover. And then that was all she wrote. That's it. Fat lady sung right there. Because the interception, they gave the Eagles the momentum the first time. That pick six, then it was tied. But then Minnesota rallied back and drove, like I said, and was in red zone. The momentum was with the Minnesota Vikings. And strip sack fumble. And that was all she wrote. That was the key point right there. Not the interception. That fumble was the key point. That second turnover, I said they'd give you one or two. That second turnover, and that one I don't blame on him because that was a dumb protection. And he was ready to throw it, but he got to have, I will say this, he has to have better pocket presence than that. And that's what he's going to have to work on over the offseason, because the best quarterbacks, the really good quarterbacks, that's what they do. They can feel it. Now, I'm not saying they'll never get hit, because they do. But right there, you should be able to feel it like, uh-oh. But I still blame that mostly on the protection. Mostly on the protection. And bruh did get that fast, but you should be able to, you know how the protection is coming because you practice this play. So you know, hey, they might be getting hit fast. So I got to get this ball out fast. And if not, go ahead and take that sack. But he did. And then he threw, the last interception he threw, I mean, shoot, they was just trying to get a point on the board. They tried to score. That didn't even matter. The game was going to be over. So that last interception, yeah, I said 3 is the key, but nah, it didn't even matter. Definitely didn't even matter, man. But until next time, I'ma holler at y'all. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the Pro Bowl if you're gonna watch the Pro Bowl. I probably don't really watch the Pro Bowl, y'all. Not really. And enjoy the All-Star game too. NBA, yeah. Check me out. Because on my next show, I'm gonna be talking NBA. Alright, holla.